everyone, I'm so happy to meet you in this new segment called Wonders of His Word. Today I want to share with you one of my favorite incidents from the Bible. After the death and resurrection of Jesus, we can see that the disciples were hiding together because they were afraid that the Romans would kill them, just like they killed Jesus. Now Jesus asked his disciples to go to Galilee and wait for him there. Now when the disciples go to Galilee and they wait for him there, we can see that one of the apostles, Peter, he seems in a very bad state. He's very low, he's feeling very upset. And when we look back at the events that happened before that, we can understand why Peter is so upset. Before Jesus was arrested, he tells Peter, "Peter, you will deny me 3 times tonight." And Peter tells Jesus, "No, I won't deny you. Even if I die, I will not deny you, Jesus." But we can see that before the rooster crows, Peter does deny Jesus 3 times. Now we can see that when Peter is waiting in Galilee for Jesus, he doesn't know what to do, because now that Jesus, who was his best friend, who was his teacher, whom he followed for 3 whole years, he left his entire life, his family, his job as a fisherman, and he started following Jesus 3 years ago. And now after 3 years, Jesus is no longer with him. So we can see that Peter is upset. He doesn't know what to do. He's lost his purpose and he feels so guilty about what he did to Jesus. Now Peter is just like us. He was human, he was imperfect, and he made a mistake. Just like us, we make mistakes so many times and we feel very guilty. We do so many sins and we're afraid to go back to Jesus. We feel so distant from Jesus. And at that moment, Peter was feeling like that because it had been so long since he had spoken to Jesus, since he had spent time with Jesus. And I'm pretty sure that he felt very guilty, but he didn't get a chance to tell Jesus that he was sorry. And while he was waiting in Galilee and he couldn't see Jesus and Jesus had not come yet, Peter tells the rest of the disciples, "I'm going back to fishing. I'm going out into the sea to fish because I don't know what to do. My life has come to a standstill. Jesus is no longer here. What am I supposed to do?" So in this despair, Peter goes out to fish. And and the other apostles follow him. They said, "We'll come with you." And they toil all night, but they catch nothing. And as the dawn came, when they were nearing the shore, they see a man standing at the shore. And when Peter realizes that that man is Jesus, when he hears that that man is Jesus, immediately he plunges into the sea and he swims to the shore. Here we can see that Peter would have been desperate to see Jesus. He would have missed Jesus so much. And this is my favorite incident because the first thing Jesus asks Peter is not, "Why did you deny me?" He didn't ask Peter, "What you did was wrong." He didn't ask Peter, "You told me that you will be with me even if you had to die, but why did you deny me?" Jesus didn't say any of that. The first thing Jesus said was, "Did you catch any fish?" And he asked them to cast their nets to the right side so they will catch fish. After that he says, "Come, bring in the fish." He had set up a fire with bread and fish cooking for them, and he said, "Come sit and eat with me." He gave them the bread and fish and he sat down and he spoke to them. This incident is very near to my heart because we can see the simple fatherly love of Jesus. How he just sat down to talk with them. He understood that his children just wanted to meet him. They just wanted to sit down and speak to him when they were in such a bad state, when they had toiled all night, when they were hiding from the Romans, when they were feeling guilty for the mistakes that they had done. What Jesus gives them was a good catch, a good meal, and a good talk. Jesus sat down and he comforted Peter. We can see that he is reassuring Peter. The only thing that Jesus asked Peter was, "Peter, do you love me?" Because that is all that matters for Jesus. No matter how many mistakes we do, no matter how many times we stumble, none of it matters. Jesus will take us back. He was always ready to forgive us. He just asks us one question, "Do you love me?" And when Peter says, "Lord, I love you, you know that I love you," immediately he says, "Follow me." Just like he told him 3 years ago, "Follow me, forget the fishing, I will make you a fisher of men." So just like that, Jesus once again tells him, "Follow me." He shows him his purpose, his calling one more time. He tells him, "Tend my sheep, take care of my flock." Jesus gives him such a big responsibility. That is Jesus' silent way of telling him, it's okay, I trust you. Even though you made a mistake, even though you did wrong, even if you denied me, I know that you feel guilty. I know that you have come back to me and I forgive you. And I'm reassuring you that it is okay. That it is okay. You still have a purpose. You still have a calling. And I'm always waiting for you here at the shore. And just like Peter, sometimes we try our best, we stumble, we make mistakes, we fall, and we toil all night in vain. And when we are so upset, and when we have nothing left, and when we are so lost, Jesus is always waiting for us at the shore. He's always there with the love of a father to sit down with us, to talk to us, to give us some spiritual food. He's always there. So the next time we feel lost, we feel like we don't know what our calling is, we feel guilty for the mistakes we have done and how we have gone far away from Jesus, let us remember that He is always there like a father with open arms. He's always calling us to be closer to Him so that we can live for Him, so that we can continue to minister. And just like that, Peter went on to be a great apostle, preaching and teaching and talking about Jesus to everyone. So when we feel upset, when we are down, when we go to Jesus and we find that strength, we get that reassurance, we can go back out there and talk about Him and spread His love. So no matter what situation you are in today, I want you to not focus on the storm, not focus on the lack of the fish, not focus on everything that's going wrong, but fix your eyes on the shore where Jesus is waiting for you, where He will always be there for you every day. God bless you.